Hello guys, Marek here. I'm gonna do some small session of programming. This is a new thing I've started doing lately. It's programming my streaming my programming sessions, so that I can share with others what I'm working on and also um, get some feedback if some more experienced developers are watching. It's just supposed to be a very chill stream. Just to check if people actually care watching those kinds of stuff. So today, this won't be a very long session, but the goal of this session is just trying to create some kind of system so that we can place a set size of blocks on a map. So I'll just start by creating some kind of platform which we can build. This is not a project, it's more like a test, let's see, some kind of test project where I can test out different stuff, just learn different concepts and stuff. Of course, I'm fairly new to this. I'm into 3D. I've been working a bit on 2D, so I know some of the concepts. But yeah, this is 3D. I'm using C++ and OpenGL. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn. What we did last time, what I did last time was fix the collision detection, and actually, yeah, you're gonna fall. Got this side last time I had like a point in the middle of the person, and I was just checking if the point was above the platform. The problem there is that I could stand like this, just fall through. Now there's actually some width to the player. That's good. I mean, it makes more sense. Yeah, I have some very basic lighting system. I just put player as a lighting source. Of course, I could change that. Create multiple sources across the map. I'll just leave it like this for now. We'll see. So it's going to create a platform right here. And yeah. So what's interesting when you go back to older code is that you really start to see the flaws in the whole construction of the classes and how things is distributed across the code. I think the biggest issue here is that I just hard coded the platforms directly into my game state instead of having a separate class for a world. That's not very good. But I'll just leave it at that right now because it's not gonna be a big project, it's just testing shit. So I guess we could just add the cube model. This is the position, so let's add a, let's see, vector here, and let's see what position will that be. That will be say about X position 5. And the Y position could keep it at, let's see, just put it at 0, 1. And overlap. And let's just have the set position as, let's see, minus 50. This one at 20. And let's just make it big, I guess. This is fairly basic. I just have like three different parameters and just have some loops looping through them. Problem there is that I have to have them match. Let's see. So it's a very bad overview of how the map looks, but I don't know how to make it more. When you're making 2D maps, you can create like some kind of map in your code so you can actually visualize how it will look. It's more difficult in 3D. I have no idea how most people do it. Let's just make it, I don't know, like, yeah, 50. Have a height of 0.5. Length of 50. And we're just gonna make this true. If it's false, we're just gonna set it to red color, and it's gonna get respawn if try to walk on it. So if I remember correctly, that should be it. That's all we have to enter to create some kind of platform. And oh, here it is. It's it. Right. It's a bit far away. Just gonna get a bit closer, I guess. That's the option. -20. Oh god. Okay. Let's see. Might have forgotten something. Sure. Alright, here it is. Step on it. Yeah, it's fairly big, but I think I'm gonna have to side. Let's see. 26. Alright, that should be it. This should give us a big enough platform that we can work on. So yeah, this is alright. It's alright. We can work on it. No problem. Fall off it. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, the goal will be we're gonna have to create a. It's gonna create a separate class. Block placement. Guess all this should have been the world class, so I'm just gonna create the world class and leave this where it is, and I might change that later. Let's see, world, and go. Okay. So what do we have to do here? We're gonna have to have some kind of render function. So let's do that. Let's see. Void render, and let's put an update function just in case we have to update some blocks. We're gonna have to have delta time value. That is so that it can run a independent speed compared to FPS. Right. Let's see what else. Could actually just move everything. That's right. So basically, yeah, we just have to move all this information there. Let's see. State. It's gonna be cube model. Cube class. This, grab that. That here in private section. We're gonna have to do some fixing over here. Gonna have to so all this is gonna be the static blocks, and we're gonna have to create another one for the dynamic blocks. Just start by let's just grab this world class as well. That'd be very good overview. Everything, but let's see. Let's just create some kind of initialize class. I mean function in world class, so we can some better overview we're doing. Wait, initialize. So world class and like so. And here we can actually create those. Let's see. Those. Put the boot model. Yeah, no, not fucking. Fine. Toward it. Yeah, no, we'll just keep it. Grab this one. This is a scale. The objects, I'll just put it inside here. And the touchable. It's gonna be a mess, but right, alright. Be okay. See, just keep track of time. Right. We can put all this actually in the let's see. Vectors. Like so. And then we're gonna have to initialize all of these. Test cube. It's here, which we can static. Static. See. Grab all this. Put this in the size. So. Something. Put this as well. Let's see what is missing. Right, test cube is undefined. So I know. Right. Guess there is some kind of function I can faster, but I feel it's gonna take more time if I start. Oh, just kidding around with that. Let's see, static cube initialize. Yeah, that's it, and we can actually create the render function. Render. I'm not sure how the scopes are gonna work. As I said, I'm not very comfortable with OpenGL yet. Actually started not so long ago. Done it for a couple of weeks and stopped. But this is ultimately what I want to do, so create the void update as well. Date. It's gonna take a double the time. Like so. I'm not sure what I'm gonna update yet, but here it is. Alright, and then we have to go and catch the rendering stuff. We're also gonna have to create some reinitialize objects thingy, because that's a problem when you change to full screen or change back from full screen to windowed mode. It's gonna actually restart the whole window, and then you have to reinitialize some stuff with OpenGL so that it can have the right references to the window. It's creating a whole new window. So yeah, let's see. We have the update. Right, that can issue. That later. Right, that's the render part. And basically we're just gonna grab this and yeah, we're gonna have to input some shaders into our drawing function. Just grab this 6 years later. Right, the M cube shader. S cube. So what we're gonna have to do is just get the two shaders. Let's see, shaders of type M cube shader. Yeah, right, that's a shader class. Get those. Let's see, render. Where is it? All right. I'll just take the shader to include it. Well, shader. All right. Just gonna do a pointer to the shaders. So let's see, the shader, the vertex shader, fragment shader, shader, F shader. Alright, that should fix the issue. This, let's see, M cube shader. Oh. I mess up. Yeah, we have the cube shader use. Alright, yeah, never mind. Shader class has both shaders in it. I should have, let's see. That's what happens when you haven't coded for, worked on a project for some time. Let's see, what shader then? Yes. Shader and shader. Alright, let's change all this to shader. M test cube, static cube, static some of them move, but let's not care about that. It's called static. Dynamic cubes are going to be on shader. Dynamic cubes are going to be the one you place. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna. So I think this is gonna take time just to get things to work again. Static binds them, draws them, and tests. As far as I know, we should be able to draw this from the other class without caring. Scope. Base in the sea. I hope. Well, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright, so this is good, and we're just gonna put the, let's see, I'm gonna have to create a world. Right here, we just created, let's see, how to create a world. Just type it. So, world. Alright, we have a world. Let's just, wait, what's wrong? Unknown size array is not allowed. Oh. So no. Oh yeah. STD. Right, STD. Oh. Right, this should be okay. World. Let's see. World dot render. Oh wait, we should put the shader in. Cube shader. Right. That's good. Then we just have to change the. Let's see. We have some errors over here. Let's see. Reinitialize objects. I think I'm gonna take the whole method and just paste it into my world. Class. Let's see. So we have the initialize and we have the reinitialize. Everything in function, I guess. Void. Size. Objects. And I think we're gonna be able to reinitialize everything from here. Oh god. Like so. Then gonna declare the implement function here. Objects. I think we could just paste everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, the cube shader. Oh. I think we're just gonna have to do this and this. So let's test cube. Oh, static. Static cubes initialize, and this should fix the objects, and we just have to reload the shader. We'll do that in the this, and now we can just do mworld dot re. Oh no, god. This in. This should fix it. Alright. And then we just have to fix the update and it should be working. Hope. I really fucking hope. Alright, so we're just gonna have to loop through the and do check top collision detection. Set the player on ground. Alright, so I'm gonna have to get the player update. Right, so I'm just gonna do this easily by just getting the. See, I'm gonna. I mean, for you more experienced developers, this is probably a mess, but works. Layer. And date like so. Then just get this shit right here. And yeah, I think let's copy that shit. There, collision. Alright, yeah, I should include collision detection as well. Collision detection. I made the collision detection myself, so the best. Then there. Of these static. Check for the set. Yeah. Static cube. And just check for the dynamic cubes separately. Here. Layer set on ground. So and static cubes. Let's see. Static cubes. Those it's true. Spawn the player. So and static cubes. So and now if we this part right and we just do the update function for the world world dot update, give it a delta time layer, like so. All right, just hope. I'm probably gonna get some errors, but let's see. Alright, everything went wrong. That was expected. It's not displaying anything. That's because of the render function. I see yeah, it's just barely flashed. There's an issue here, of course. Change some stuff. Get position. Oh yeah, you have to use shader U function. So, sure that's it. Stuck. See, and that's where I have some issues with OpenGL scope. Can draw shader use. Set the view, right? But then asking the cube shader to render function. Drawing everything. Should be drawing everything. Sets the matrix to the static cube get model. call it. Oh. This we forgot to reinitialize, and that's an issue. I think it would pop up if we change to full screen. See that? If it does, this is the issue. Oh, it doesn't. So anyways. Oh, we never initialized them. That's true. Do that here. Just initialize. Right. Right, will this work? Alright, yeah, it's the vectors. It's the vectors. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. Size off. Instead of doing this, we're just gonna do. See, the vector is m static cubes. Oh, let's do cube model positions dot size. Right, and then same for the. Let's see, instead of cube amount, model position size. No, I guess we should cube models. I mean, static cubes. What size? Static cubes. What size? Not sure why the other function, but this should resolve the issue. Not a big issue, it was just the thing looping out of range. Change it from vector. It earlier was just calculate basically the amount of. Alright, everything's working again, and we got everything in a separate class. Collision detection is alright. Looks like I'm not as bad as I thought I was. I get respawn. Alright. Then everything's set up so that we can, I have some, let's see, which time I have. Yeah. Could start doing the basis for the block placement thingy, and of course I'm doing, I'm not being very smart here because I should be designing the classes before writing them. Sketch them on a paper or something like that. I'm just doing things like on the fly, and that might cause issues in the future. So now you can see I used I just passed the player by pointer directly to the update class of the world, and I'm pretty sure that's far from the best way of doing this. I'm really not sure how I should do it, but I mean, it works. That's what counts, right? This is. Should put some end platform. Oh god. Light again. Alright, this was impossible with the old collision detection. Just fall off. Happy to see things working. I mean, we haven't made much progress, but things should be much easier to do now. So let's see. What we could do now is we should create some kind of block placing class. I'm not sure what that class is going to include. But let's just start by creating another vector here, std vector cube model, and just name them dynamic cubes. Not really dynamic, but it's alright. No problem. Let's just do some house cleaning. Right. I really don't like having the data side of the class like this, but I'm too lazy to do anything about it. So let's see, dynamic cube. So how should we add the dynamics cube to the map? Just create set or place cube function. That. Guess we could use player information class there. I should put some more thought into this before changing or starting to do anything stupid. So I guess what we can do now is maybe create some kind of background view. So that the world doesn't look as dark and boring. Let's see. Skybox. Alright. I guess we could just create a huge box with textures on it. I'm not quite sure how to go about it. I've never done this before. Probably alright. I think I'm just gonna create some kind of huge cube. Let's call it let's see. I haven't implemented in the cube model any ways to add textures, but I could do that. Let's see, cube model. iBox. So let's just go in. initialize it. Skybox. Not set. Position. Position. We just set it as. Actually, we can update the position, player position, so that it doesn't move. It won't seem to move. Our perspective. Let's just not set a position here, but just add the update function. Skybox dot set position. And we should get the player dot get position like so. What do you want? To book conversion from? Oh god. C dot x. Y. Player dot get position dot set. Right. So now it should be moving with our player. And all right. So just have to get position to do. Yeah, set the size. Let's do that in the initialize function. Not sure how big this should be. Set scale. Let's just put it at 100. I don't know, but that should do. So, what else can we do with the skybox? That scale. Set the movement button. Set is touchable. Get is size. Set. That's basically it. We just have to go inside the cube model class. So a mess, and just create the way to add textures. This is gonna it's probably gonna require some. Yeah, I may not actually I should do this in a separate class than the create a skybox class. Sure. Makes sense. Because I have a render function for the cubes, and I might wanna get some other. Gonna have to create another shader for the textures. Shoo. Right, but that's not important. This is going to have to be a very short stream, but I mean, this is like a kind of foretaste of what this could become. I'm planning on streaming most of my, let's see, oh, camera focus. Right. Most of my programming sessions, just for fun. We'll see how it evolves. So yeah, plan for next time is create the skybox and yeah, and give us the ability to place some blocks. It's not going to be placed on a grid system. I think I might just keep it simple. But we'll see. I'm going to have to think a bit about it instead of trying to, instead of messing around on stream. Try to keep things a bit straightforward. So I'm just going to have to think about this, get some kind of thing that works, and then I could do implementation on stream. Also, thinking about doing some kind of simulation, physics simulations in 2D, just for fun. And also, if someone shows any interest, you're of course free to give advice about what tell me what we want to see. If you want me to work on one continual projects throughout all the streams, or just have some kind of topic for each stream of something you want to implement using OpenGL or SFML. We'll see, we'll take it from there. So I'll have to end the stream, and I might stream a bit tomorrow. We'll see, and it's hopefully going to be a bit longer. I'm trying to, ideally the stream should be about 2 hours, but since I have lots of schoolwork to do as well, I'm going to have to keep some of them a bit shorter, but yeah, that's it. So if you liked it, if you find this interesting, just like it, subscribe. Yeah, bye.